Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Today, we are back with another Fallout 4 weapon mod review. This time, we have a paid creation by Betalille. Betalille? I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. This one is called Vaubane Laboratories, the Neonothium Sword. Neonothium, I'm not having a good time with pronunciations today. It adds the Neonothium Sword, a new melee baton, so it's is it a sword or a baton? We're gonna find out. Without further ado, we're gonna just jump straight into it. So apparently there's a new location just off of Poseidon Energy, right here. Vaubane Industries, Laboratories, what? Yeah, okay, Vaubane Laboratories. I keep wanting to call it freaking Vaubane. It's not Betalille Industries, it's Vaubane Laboratories. Okay. Heather, are you excited? It's a you'll like this one. It's a crystal. You're probably really into like healing crystals and shit, aren't you? Okay, so this one, it's 100. The Neonothium. Hey. Okay, raiders, right off the jump.
Hi, pup. You ever try adding Mirelurk meat to your noodles?
No.
Buzzing for days. I once ran from Bunker Hill to Covenant in under 2 minutes.
Honestly, now that you mention it, I am kind of hungry.
Oh, look, I kicked me drug habit. How about we start working on your, corpse habit?
Alright, so what do we got up here? Bubble gum. You didn't tell me there'd be bubble gum, man. Put that on the mod page. Now that's an advertisement. Oh, but speaking of advertisements, alright, custom assets, that's cool. Neonothium, our new revolution. Vaubane Laboratories, I assume we're gonna be able to craft that poster when we're done with this. I'm gonna have a look at that, later. Aha! Lore. Okay, employee instructions. As part of Vaubane Laboratories, your job is to show the world the best version of yourself and of Vaubane's innovative solutions to world problems. Please welcome clients and prospectors with your brightest smile and allow them to rest in the waiting area close to the door. Proceed to call the scientists from the laboratory and explain the situation. They will handle the rest. Thank you for being part of the Vaubane family. And remember, your smile is our smile. What is Vaubane Laboratories? Someone came to you for information about Vaubane Laboratories? This guide was made for you. Please, say what comes next with the most enthusiasm you have ever had. Okay, I'm up. Vaubane Industries was funded by M. Vaubane to find new solutions to modern problems. Our latest find is Neonothium. Okay, a brand new crystal with astonishing and imbuing properties. It is capable of holding such energy, it might just be a new source of power. It's like the fucking goop of Fallout. Okay. Our scientists are hard at work trying to uncover its secrets, but there is still much to discover. Unfortunately, it is too early to disclose more information about Neonothium for now. Please come back at a later date. Now, proceed to send them away. They are not welcome in our laboratories. Discovery requires secrecy, and spies could be hiding anywhere. I like that. I always enjoy the terminals that kind of riff on the, the fucked up dystopian corporate culture of pre-war America. Thankfully the modern world is nothing like that. Okay, those don't go anywhere. Okay, I'm just. Oh, well. Okay, that's a loading screen. That's not one of the. That's not like the typical elevator. Okay.
What the fuck is over here? Die, you racist asshole!
Okay. Got some choice loot. Gotta like that. Terminal and a holotape. Alright, I'm just gonna read the terminal again, and I promise I won't use that voice from before ever again. Okay, I just unlocked a door. Apparently I didn't mean to do that. To ensure maximum safety of your belongings, please use your terminal to unlock the locker room. The door will unlock for you and will lock itself again after a few hours of inactivity. The locker room door is open. Okay. Personal intramail 1 from Vaubane Laboratories to C. Jules. Welcome to Vaubane Laboratories, Dr. Jules. We are proud to count you as part of our research team. If you need anything, you can use this intramail system to contact any of our staff members. We hope to accomplish great discoveries together. Director Vaubane Industries. I keep wanting to say Vaubane. Keep wanting to say Vaubane Industries. I don't know why. I have read your report on the instability of the Neonothium and why it should not be used as a power source for weapons. I highly disagree with you. We have yet to discover all of its properties. While yes, it has been proven that it would most likely be effective as an explosive more than a battery, I do believe its high malleability when melted could harness enough power for a highly modified laser gun. Meet me in the testing room tomorrow morning, and I will prove to you that Vaubane is right to believe in their project. Hello, Dr. Jules. I wanted to send you this message to inform you that I am leaving Vaubane Laboratories and Vaubane as a whole tomorrow. It has been a pleasure working with you despite all the pressure that the company has put on us and on our project. I do hope that you will find a use for Neonothium, a stable one I mean. From E-Tech to C. Jules, dear Mr. Jules, I have been notified via an intramail that your team wishes to stop experimenting on Neonothium after the incident that happened to Mr. Pierre last night. Vaubane Laboratories would like to assure you that Mr. Pierre will receive all the care he needs to recover from his injuries. However, we would also want you to pursue your research. Discovery does not wait. Error. Error. The following message could not be sent to the recipient. From C. Jules to D. Pierre. My employee interview is coming tomorrow, which will probably end up in my dismissal from Vaubane. You have asked for my personal opinion on our work here, so here it is. Neonothium is an unstable crystal. When its properties are changed, it explodes. The experiments should have ended there, but no. Vaubane Laboratories had more projects in mind for their guinea pigs, us, the scientists. After many months of struggle, I think I have finally found a use for the Neonothium, a baton. When hitting a target, nothing happens. It is a simple baton. It can be imbued with electricity, poison, cryo, fire, and even radiations. When used as a power source for a gun, it explodes. Whatever we do, it explodes. Carve the crystal when it is pure, imbue it with a little energy, and you will get yourself an elemental baton. But that is it. Vaubane wanted more, always more, like it was never enough. They want to sell Neonothium as a battery, as a power source, but it was never that. Neonothium is just a shiny rock, nothing more. I don't know, kind of sounds like setup. Maybe this author is planning other mods in the future where we get like a gun or something. Oh boy, I can't wait to see if we can make a gun out of it in the future in some future mod that this author may or may not make. I don't know, that'd be cool though. I'd be interested in seeing that. All right, holotape. I bit my tongue there.
Welcome to Vaubane Laboratories. If you're listening to this, it means that you are Vaubane's latest employee. Congratulations. To start your
No
journey,
way to pick this.
log onto your terminal and unlock the locker room.
Okay, I did that already. Went to the wrong door though. Sure would be nice if I paid attention when I was actually playing the mod. Vaubane shower key. Holotape 2.
Great job. Now pack your personal belongings in the locker and get yourself ready for the shower. Experimenting requires a clean lab, but also a clean scientist. And remember, do not throw away your keys in the bin. It may sound silly, but it already happened a few times.
Alright, door number 3. What the fuck is that?
Welcome to the experimenting room. You are finally ready to start working. Congratulations. If you need to test your creations in a safe environment, we always keep a spare key to the testing room in our toolboxes. That's it. Welcome to Vaubane. Let's accomplish great things together.
Okay, that's an interesting sound it makes when you pick it up. Neonothium Grenade. Right, that's a... Okay, that's cool. It kind of uses the... I think that's the cryo effect. Hold on. Does it actually do freezing damage when you... Heather, stand still a minute. Okay, no it doesn't. Okay, so no, it does not freeze the target, but it does, shit, I wish I hadn't used them both. It's like a weaker version of the plasma grenade. Interesting. Vaubane testing room key. Okay. Enter the testing room. Gotcha. Alright, there's a UFO experiment terminal. Experiment 1. Context. We have no idea how Vaubane got its hands on what seems to be a UFO, but the officials seem reluctant to share this story with us. Nonetheless, we have started looking at what was hiding inside this big machine. Experiment. We took out some weird glowing crystals out of the unknown artifact. We have stored it away for further examination. Conclusion. The UFO contains glowing crystals. We have yet to figure out what they are composed of. We have worked on the crystals for a few days, and we cannot determine what it is made of. We will continue working on it. Experiment. We took some samples of the crystal and examined it with the microscope, calculated its melting point, tried a magnetism test, and an acid test. Conclusion. We have no idea what it is made of. It might actually be from an alien source. More testings have to be done to determine its nature. Experiment 12. Context. Vaubane has claimed the crystal is from an alien source, and that we should not care about its origins, but about what we can do with it for armament. Experiment 25. Dr. Jules has created an elemental baton with the Neonothium. We dubbed it the Neonothium Sword. We are testing its robustness today against mannequins. It's a little weird to me that the mod is called the Neonothium Sword, but then it's also described as a baton. Like, maybe it should have just called it the Neonothium Baton, or like picked one, because a sword isn't a baton, you know? And frankly, I think it would have been cooler if it actually was shaped like a sword, but I'll get to that in a minute. Vaubane Laboratories refused to patent the Neonothium Sword, deeming it for brutes and useless against guns. They urged us to find a way to use the Neonothium in firearms. Well, you found the right man to wield it. This character is, in fact, a brute. Used an imbued Neonothium crystal as a bullet in a .38 gun. Conclusion, the bullets exploded right. Neonothium did not work as a battery, as a bullet, as a catalyzer, as an amplifier. It seems that Neonothium has no place in firearms, but we keep on working. What do you want me to do now? Eat it? This is just stupid. When we say it does not work, it does not fucking work. Conclusion, this field was left empty. Bet I can make that crystal work. Just you wait. Oh. This sword. And that's the quest completed. Neonothium Sword. 144 points of damage. And bear in mind, this character is spec'd out for melee weapons, part of why I chose him today. It looks like a popsicle. Okay, there's a special workbench, Neonothium workbench. Alright, we can create the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 variants. You need other crafting materials though, so I think I'll make these back at my base when I can actually... There's the fire one. I think I'm just gonna keep the normal one for now. And as I said at the top of the video, there's only 2 other upgrade options. Well, I can make the reinforced one that gives it the biggest damage buff. 289, that is actually pretty high. The only weapon I've got is this concrete sledgehammer from a different mod. That's the only, and it's a medium speed weapon. It's actually pretty powerful. I appreciate that. I tend to prefer when weapon mods, especially paid ones. In fact, I consider it basically essential that the weapon be useful at any level. You should be able to take a paid weapon mod from the beginning of the game to the end of the game, utilizing the game's crafting options to upgrade it and stuff like that. So, okay, that's good. I was kind of worried that it would be a bit underpowered, so I'm glad that's not the case. Dr. Helen Jules' notes. These keys open the stockroom, and in the stockroom you'll find Neo, my synth friend that I have left in here for safety. He's not dangerous, he's just from the Institute, but he's broken, and I couldn't bring myself to shut him down and bring him back. When I was little, I remembered my grandfather talking about his experience in Vaubane Laboratories, and about Neonothium crystals, and about every theory he did not have the time to test. So when I joined the Institute, I promised him I would try to continue his research. I came here with a synth and tried to mix synth components with Neonothium. The crystal corrupted its systems, it lost all memory and its ability to communicate. Using a holotape left by the Vaubane employees, I managed to craft a system where the synth uses the holotape to talk, using the voice of the unknown employee. I called him Neo. Together, we managed to craft explosives using the alien crystal, but it didn't take long before the Institute started asking me about my whereabouts. With Neo's corrupted hands, eyes, and systems, I knew the Institute would take him away from me, dismantle him, and get rid of him as a failed experiment. I won't let them. I've grown attached to the synth. He's been my only friend during this whole excursion, and every time I see him, I think about my grandfather and how proud he would be to see me continuing his legacy. If you find Neo, please, take him with you. He does not deserve to be trashed as a failed experiment. He deserves to see the world. Dr. Helen Jules. Okay, I was a little worried when I first started reading that it was gonna, that was gonna like break the lore, that was gonna be the very same Dr. Jules we were reading about. But rather it's his granddaughter, which, I mean, when did the Institute first build the the early model synths? I don't really remember. So, with mods, I tend to prefer mods that are lore friendly and in particular paid ones. So, but everything seems pretty kosher, and adding an alien crystal and having a company that experiments on alien, that's secretly experimenting on alien stuff, that to me that's not that beyond the pale. I'll allow it. That's stuff that pre-war companies do, that stuff. So, it's kind of maybe.
Hello? Greetings. I am Neo, an Institute Thins mixed in with the voice of a Vaubane employee. Are you here to get me out?
How are you feeling about things?
There's nothing left of Vaubane Laboratories. At least, nothing I could get my crystal hands on. The last employees have been gone for a long time now, but all of their discoveries have remained here. Since you're here yourself, I suppose you've already discovered what they were up to, manipulating crystals into weapons and energy. Their research may not have been as conclusive as they wished, but with their limited access to technology, I'd argue that they did what they could. My hands may have been corrupted by this alien crystal, but I'm still as clueless as they were about its properties. However, if even the Institute wanted to get their hands on Neonothium, I suppose there's still a lot to be discovered from this crystal. Although, right now, we might have to settle with Neonothium being used as explosives or as elemental batons.
Yeah, you don't say. Yeah, this whole mod feels like setup for future projects that I'd be interested in the mod author kind of expanding on what they've done, what they've got going on here.
I guess so.
Lovely. Perfect.
Come along.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get out of here. If you ever need help from me, just ask. I'll gladly help the one who got me out of this stock room. I've been stuck in here for too long.
This better be worth our time.
It.
Junk in here.
Hey, he's not. That's Kate. That's fucking rude.
Uh-huh.
Do you want me to
I'm sorry about her. I'm sorry about her. Follow me.
Yeah, all right.
I am right behind you.
Ah, who's junk now, Kate? Sorry, dear. I'll see you at home. Yeah, Heather's gonna hang around. Heather and I are just friends. Come on. All right, Heather. I know how you are about synths, especially these ones. Just be cool. I'm sorry about her. I'm sorry about Kate. No manners are. Unfortunately, sir, you're gonna find that manners are in short supply in the wasteland. All right. Well, I'm gonna head back. All right. One of the last things I wanted to see before I kind of call it an episode is where are the crafting? Where are the workbench? Where are the decorations? Yeah, there are workshop items as well. So, all right. Here's what am I gonna do with this? Here's your crystal to cleanse the room's aura. Here's more. There's a poster. And there's another one. 4 workshop items. I like these two in particular. Though the posters, the art looks nice. I like this one actually in particular. I take to the I don't, you know, what do you call it? The mad science, pulp sci-fi elements of Fallout, the old world blues type stuff. I think more so than a lot of other players. And I'm always kind of looking for stuff that kind of plays up that element of Fallout. That's sort of what got me interested in checking out this mod in the first place. As well as, I mean, the low price point doesn't hurt either. And as I said before, I am happy to see that the weapon does do a fair amount of damage. Like it outclassed everything else I had in my inventory, which was all which was a mix of vanilla and modded stuff, save for like one hammer that was and it's a medium speed weapon too, so it does do a fair amount of damage. And here's all the other options. There's a poison, gamma, fire, electric, and cryo. And they all... It's unfortunate that it only has 2 upgrade options, and like I said, it's called... You can't... Alright, look. So here's the thing. You can't exactly say they lied in the marketing, because even on the mod page, they call it a baton. I don't know why the mod is called Neonothium Sword when it's repeatedly referred to as a baton and a sword, and it's not really a sword, is it? A sword is a sharp-edged weapon, you know. So, I don't know, you know, that's a little... And I'll say this. I mainly bought this thing because... Again, I'm interested in anything that kind of adds like mad science type weapons. I was interested in the idea of the companion, who we're gonna chat with in a minute. And again, it was pretty low impact, as I said. The price is 100 credits. It's basically the paid mod equivalent of like a impulse buy item at the cash register. Look, the model looks good. It's just, I think it would be much more appealing if it were an actual sword. It seems like this is like almost like a proof of concept mod, and it seems like I just get the impression that the author is intending to expand on the lore of this company and of this crystal in future projects. Maybe they're kind of trying to improve their modeling skills before they release a gun or something. I have no idea. I don't know what the future holds.
Hey.
What do you need?
But I am slightly intrigued. Alright, so without further ado, let's have a chit chat with this synth over here. Who, I will say, I would increase the volume of his voice acting just a little bit, because he is a little quiet.
Your thoughts?
I'm glad that you stumbled upon Vaubane and that you freed me.
Vaubane.
Without you, I would still be stuck in there.
Not Vaubane, it's Vaubane. Okay, thank you for that.
Are things all right between us?
You are talking
You love me.
to an abandoned synth from the Institute, corrupted by alien crystals, with no memories from before Vaubane, and a voice that was copied from recordings made by an unknown employee. I am a complete mess, and you are my only chance to survive outside. Without you, the Institute and the Brotherhood will kill me on sight, and who knows what else could kill me out there. You don't have to worry about me. I will follow you no matter what.
Your thoughts?
I'm just glad I get to follow you around. I would have never been this far if I was all alone.
He's just happy to have friends.
Your thoughts?
Sometimes I wonder how Vaubane ended up with an alien UFO in their laboratories. I know that the director of Vaubane was very rich. But was he rich enough to buy a UFO? He probably lost a lot of money after this, since Vaubane never did anything with Neonothium.
Alright, so it seems like he's got a fair amount of...
stumbled upon Vaubane without
That's
you.
the same one. Okay, so...
Your thoughts?
My crystal hands. I have spent quite some time trying to understand if they could be used differently. But I've never been able to do anything other than punching things. No energy, no explosions, just punching.
I can't even masturbate.
Alright then.
And on that note, I think we're going to call it an episode. So, a couple of workshop items, a weapon, a companion, some lore, teases for stuff that may or may not happen in the future, and 100 credits. Like, so this just kind of barely squeaks by past what I would accept from a paid mod. A lot of whether you think this is going to be worth it or not is going to come down to whether you like the look of this weapon, if this is something you'd want to use. I'll just be real with you. I don't know if I'm not, it's the how it looks and like what I actually want to use this thing. I don't know. Probably not. Like I said, I really think they should have just made it look like a sword. I don't know why it doesn't. Maybe the author has a reason for that. Maybe the author's going to make an actual sword in a future mod. Honestly, I think the real selling point is the companion. I think he's kind of cool. And this, again, you could really expand on this guy in an update or something. And I don't know, does he have like dialogue for? Hold on, I'm gonna just take him to Diamond City real fast and see if he has anything to say.
Could prove useful.
Oh, he gives you grenades too. I think the mod page actually mentions that. I just forgot.
I'm glad that you stumbled through without you.
That was it.
All right then.
Okay, so it doesn't seem like he has location dialogue. That's a shame, but he's only 100 credits, so I mean, I can let some of that stuff go. But like I said, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing the author, expand on the upgrade options in this thing and maybe give him some more dialogue. But like I said, all of this, I'd be much harder on this mod if it wasn't so cheap. It's, it's 100 credits. If you have a couple credits left over and you're like, what the hell do I do with these? You could do worse than this mod, my opinion. And with that, I think I'm going to call it an episode. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is worth it for 100 credits? Like I said, I've seen worse, but again, it's all going to come down to, a lot to personal taste. I'm not mad at it. A weapon and a companion and all that stuff, and a grenade, some lore, all that stuff. In terms of like the actual amount of content, I'm not mad at that, especially for that very low price point. However, like for me, it's like, it's the design of the weapon itself I'm not crazy about, but that's something that could be expanded on in the future. The author could add on to this mod pretty easy. I'd be interested in that, and like I said, I'm interested in the lore that is being set up in this mod. Vaubane Laboratories. I said it correctly. All in all, I'm excited to see what the author puts out next. So, alright, that's all from me, guys. So, what did you think of the mod? Post your comments down below. Consider subbing if you liked the review, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Come back here, damn it!